This is take 3, primarily because the video in my apartment is not so easy to do during the day or during the nighttime, and I had to move some things around. But how you guys doing tonight? The reason I wanted to do this video was because I am still a brand ambassador of sorts, not for one particular brand, although most of you guys see me hype ACC cigars and Veuve de Vernay, and I love them to death. But the brand I'm actually pushing forward is actually the luxury brand. The concept of taking the good life and making it your life. So tonight I thought, what better way to start with a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine? It's budget friendly, but how often do you drink sparkling wine or champagne? And when you do, if you really love it like I do, does it make you feel a little wealthier? It sure as hell does for me. So we're going to start off with Veuve de Vernay. It's a non-vintage sparkling wine out of France. I already popped the foil off of here. Forgive me. The one thing I don't have right now is a standard champagne flute. So if you're contributing to my Patreon and you want to throw a little extra in for a 2-pack of champagne flutes, I'm down with that. Let's pop this open, give it a try. And this is going to be a test of how skilled I am in this, because I haven't done this on camera before. Well, not as quiet as I would like for it to be, but good enough. Also, did you know, when you do this properly, you're actually supposed to take the cork and the bottle gets twisted, not the cork. It's a lot easier to do it that way, apparently. So let's give this a splash. Now, one thing you might want to know about champagne, when you do this and pour it into proper glassware or proper stemware, you notice how it fills up right just fine here? And when you pour it into proper flute, the bubbles come up. All the carbonation comes out, and you end up with a head on your champagne, and a lot of times end up spilling some. So how you counter that is you simply pour a little bit of champagne in the bottom of the glass, let it sip, and the chemistry behind that actually, I'm not sure what it is offhand. I'm sure if I Googled it and left a link below, I can find it for you guys. But point is that chemistry, the way the liquid hits the liquid as opposed to the flat glass, makes it so that when you pour that second bit of champagne in to fill the glass itself properly, it doesn't actually spill over or do like I have done with so many beers before. So same concept here, a little easier to do in this glass. Nice yeasty notes, some bread. It's kind of crisp. How's it taste? There's some really, really nice fruit notes in here. Not quite blueberry, but like a stone fruit. Not quite plum, but maybe peach. It's not as brut as I would have figured it to be, but when you're looking at non-vintage and you're looking for just sparklers and you start to go down in price, you find one of two things. Either really decent drinking juice, or you find phenomenal deals that cannot be labeled as champagne because they're not grown in the Champagne region. There is a particular style of wine, the name is on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot think of what it is right now. Cremant. Cremant is a very, very, very wonderful substitute for champagne. It's not going to hit the levels of a Perrier Jouet or hell, not even Nicolas Fouillot, but it's good enough, and in many cases better than you're going to find some hidden gems. Put it that way. I wouldn't say better than or worse than. I would say you're going to find some hidden gems. So a little more swirl. It's got some nice legs to it. They're very faint, hard to see because the sliding is crap, but nice gold, almost like straw gold. Not quite the color of a really nice New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but nice enough. The berries, the fruitiness opens up on the nose a little bit after it's sat for a couple seconds. And finally, okay, so after it opens up a little bit, then you get some of the more pronounced Brut flavors that I'm used to looking for. So anyway, it's a close-up of the bottle. If it doesn't work out for you guys, I will post a photo. But I wanted to just share the tasting notes with you and remind you guys that the whole purpose of White Wolf Indulgence is to take the good life and make it your life. If you like this video, like my education and my reviews, please like, subscribe, share with your wine drinking friends. Let's have a party. Cheers.